Okay, hello friends, this is Yusuf here. Welcome to our part 4 of JavaScript tutorial. So in this tutorial, we are going to look into like full and full of array methods and then functionalities. Okay, so as usual, I have prepared a list of topics to be covered in this video. Okay, and importantly, I have something like an exercises. Okay, so if you know already array methods or you worked with JavaScript arrays before, then you can directly skip to this section of exercises. Then you can try to see if you're able to solve this problem or how I'm solving, like do we have a different way of solving and so on. Okay, and for the others, yeah, let's get started. Yeah, so I will give the link or the timestamp in the description. Okay, you can click and go. All right, so let's start with the basics. Yeah, so let me create an array as usual. Let's create a simple array. Yeah, so we know like array is a collection of items, but in JavaScript we can also mix the data type. Okay, still it's an invalid array. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, so first thing what we should know is how do we add an item into the array. So the default method is called push. Okay, if you give anything, then that particular element will be pushed into the last item as an array. Okay, yeah, so let's see, it will work, but it's good to see. Yeah, so you can see now the 100 is added. Okay, and similarly, if you want to take out the element from the last, you can use a pop that doesn't take any argument because it is always yeah, popping the last element. Okay, now you can see that 100 is gone. Okay, now say for example I want to remove the element from the beginning, right? So for that we have a concept of shift. Okay, so when we give shift, let's see what happens. So here you can see the whole array is shifted to the left hand side. Okay, and similarly if you want to add an element, then you might have guessed we have an unshift. Okay, so we have an unshift method. Yeah, so if you give any value, then let's copy this guy. You can see that is being added in the beginning of the array. Okay, fine. Now let's talk about if I want to delete maybe this 3 from the array. Okay, so how can I do that? One option is actually using a delete keyword and array of 2. Why I give 2? Because the index of 0, 1, 2 is 3. Okay, the value 3 is there index 2. Okay, so but see the result, what happened, it's creating the original array is altered, but it is having some empty space inside, so I don't want that. So how can I do it? So before that, let's quickly check. So we just covered push, pop, shift, unshift, and length. Yeah, it's a common method. Everybody should know array.length will give you the number of elements in the array. Okay, so delete, we just saw it makes an empty element. Now how do we solve this empty element? That we'll see when we talk about splice. Okay, let's quickly talk about concat. Okay, so concat is very simple. So if you have like a 2 array, like see this is like array 2, maybe with a, b, c, then all I just want to do is array 1 dot concat array 2. So but this thing will give the result in the new array. Okay, and then no, I don't want this line. I can print the result. It should be the combination of first array and second array. Okay, and actually if I have like array 3, maybe, yeah, something. Okay, and then I can also add that array 3 as a second argument, meaning that the concat method takes as many arguments it wants, then it will concatenate everything with the first array. Okay, and then you can see now the result of array 1, 2, 3 is there here. Okay, fine. Now let's talk about splice, especially with our requirement of removing the element from the middle. Okay, so I don't want the element 3, so how can I do that? So I can say array dot splice. Okay, so first of all I need to tell which index I don't want. So here it's in 0, 1, 2, so I want to remove the element from index 2. Okay, then how many element you want to remove? So I want to remove only one element. Okay, fine. So now that is being done, and then let's see the our array. Okay, so yeah, now you can see the number 3 is totally removed. That's why the splice is doing the operation on that array itself. Okay, Fine. So now since there is a number of elements to be removed, right, I can actually say remove like 2 elements from index 2. So if I do that, as you can see, both the number 3 and 4 is now gone. So now you can actually eliminate a portion of an array using the splice method, but it does even extra. I mean, I can pass a third argument which can be the substitute value for what it has been removed. So which means if I say x and y here, okay, there is a 2 comma here, okay. And then if I save, so what happens here, actually it removes the element 3 and 4 and it puts back element x and y, okay. So now you might think, okay, so we can remove 2 and then put only 2. No, actually it takes like any argument and then it will put whatever is given here into like what is being removed, okay. Okay, now the question is, shall we insert this xyz between 2 and 3 without removing? Okay, actually it's possible. How it is possible? Let's try. So I want to insert this into between 2 and 3, okay. So I don't want to alter 1 and 2, so which means the index 0 and 1 I don't want to touch. So from the index 2 I don't want to remove anything, but I want to put this 3 value inside the array, okay. So that's how it's the meaning. So if you save this, now you can see the index 1 and 0 and 1 is not altered, and from the index 2 these new values have been inserted, okay. So that is the use case for splice, okay. You can use the splice to remove an element or remove like a portion of a thing, or you can also substitute whatever you want inside the array, okay. Cool. So let's go to the next one, which is the slice. So as you can see here, I said splice original array is affected, okay, but slice original array is not affected. So slice will give you the result into the separate array only. So before that, one thing I forgot. So if you remove anything in the splice, then the removed value will be given as a return value, okay, which means say here I say give 1, okay, which means from index 2, which is 0, 1, 2, which is number 3, remove one element, which means 3 will be removed, and then substitute this. So if you save this, you can see only 3 is removed and the remaining value is substituted, okay. But what is the value removed will be given as a output or the return value, okay. So if you see here, you can see that value 3 is coming as a removed value. Fine. Now let's talk about slice. So array dot slice. Okay, now I want the last 2 elements, okay. So what is the index? 0, 1, 2, 3. So from 3, assume I want the rest of the array, okay. Maybe I can make it bigger because we are running out of, okay. So now let new array. Alright, so what happened here? So here we said that go to the index 3, which is 0, 1, 2, 3 from here, and then get all the remaining elements. So that's why we got until 10. So if I say, okay, you go to a certain index. So say for example, I want 3, sorry, I want 4, 5, 6, only these 3 value, okay. So now if you look closely, the ending index of 6 is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. But if you give 5 here, what will happen? It will always do 5 minus 1 or the ending index minus 1. So we should give 6, okay. If we save, then we will get only 4, 5, 6, okay. So that's how the slice works. So yeah, I don't know anything else, okay. Fine. So let's talk about fill. Okay, now I have the array with 10 elements, right? So I say array dot fill with the value of x. So what is the output? The output is the okay. So we don't have new array, okay, array. So the output is everything is filled with x. So if at all you want to have some use case of this, we can try, okay. But it also takes a next argument from where we want to fill, okay. If I give like 5, then it will fill from index 5. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 from index 5 it will fill. Even I can give an ending index, again the ending index minus 1, okay, remember that. Okay, so if I give like maybe 8, so it will go until 8 minus 1, index 7. Okay, so which will be 2 values, 3 values. Okay, index 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so it goes until 9, so it will go one index before, which is until 8. Okay, fine. So that's the behavior of fill method. Okay, so now let's talk about sort and reverse. So sort, I have said, like, it works with string. Okay, so what does it mean? So let's try to understand. Okay, so here I have this value. I'm just going to put this 10 into the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to say array dot sort. Okay, if I save this, and this is what we get. So what happened here? Actually, it thought it is trying to sort the elements as a string. So which means it compares 10 and 2. I mean the first character 1 and 2. It thinks, okay, 1 is smaller, so the 10 should come before 2. That's how this sort works. Okay, but if the whole thing is a string, then yeah, definitely the sorting will not be a problem. So just to give an example, so say for example I have an hello world dot split. So here console.log array, and then we are sorting, and then we are displaying again. Okay, so if we save this, so initially the array is hello world, then after sorted you can see it's being sorted correctly. Okay, so even if you have like maybe one uppercase, then yeah, so that will be sorted accordingly, there won't be any problem. Okay, fine. Let's talk about reverse. So reverse is again no big deal. So if you have whatever the number, yeah, whatever the value, then it will basically going to reverse everything from right to left. Okay, so arr dot reverse, yeah, don't want this. We get the result in the reverse order. Okay, all right. So now let's talk about methods related to indexes. So we have indexOf, lastIndexOf, and includes. Okay, so indexOf, so what does it mean? So basically array dot indexOf, I want to give a number or an element, and I want to check if that element is present in that array or not. If it is present, I want to know what index it is present. Okay, so let's see here. Let me print the die value also. We get the answer 2. Why? Because the number 3 is present in 0 1 2, index 2. Okay, so if at all I'm going to have multiple matches, then again it will give you only the first match. But if I want to search from the middle or something, then I can give a second argument, say for example 0 1 2. Okay, search from maybe 3, index 3. So then what will happen? It will give me the next matched index. Okay, and yeah, so similarly we have a last indexOf. Okay, so last indexOf, say for example I want the 5. Okay, then it search from the reverse and then give me the index. Okay, so if I have 5 here, then definitely that is the first match, so I'll get that index here. Okay, fine. So now if at all the value is not at all there, then I will get -1. Okay. Okay, let's talk about includes. Okay, so includes is something like this. So array dot includes, we are checking whether the value okay, no, 4 is present or not. Okay, so let's do a console log. We get false because 4 is not there. Okay, so if I give 5, then we get true. Okay, so that's a use case for this. Yeah, let's go to the next yeah, let's go to some higher order methods for arrays, so which is like a forEach. So array dot forEach, actually it takes in a function as an argument. Actually I'll give a function name. Okay, maybe my function. Okay, and then I can create this function separately. Okay, but what is guarantee is the forEach method will take each element from the array and give it to the function, which means this function can definitely expect an argument. Okay, and let's see what is the value we are receiving from that forEach method. We save, then we get the individual elements as an argument. Okay, yeah, so this map, filter and reduce have a very special use cases, and actually to be frank, these three are one of the most popularly used methods, but I'm not going to cover this in this particular video because it's already stretched long, but I already made a video for map, filter and reduce. I will give the link in the description and also in the end of the video. Please go and watch it, you will like it. But if you don't understand, then probably it will make more sense once we cover the functions related concepts, okay, in our tutorial. Then we'll revise back those concepts, okay. But now, yeah, so we finished what we wanted to finish. Now it's time for exercise, right? Here it is. Okay, so if you have come directly to the section, then okay, I wish you all the best. You try to solve these problems by yourself, okay, and then see like maybe the way how I solve and you solve might be different. Then we'll learn basically from there, okay. So let me copy everything and put into here. So let me comment out. Okay, now let's solve one by one. Okay, first one, given the number n and a character, okay, we need to create an array with that many number of elements, which means if I give like a number 5 and then letter A, I want to create an array with 5 times that particular character, okay. Okay, how do you do that? So first thing what is coming to my mind is actually if I have an array of length 5, okay, I don't care what is the value inside, then I can use the fill method to fill if the given character is x, then we can fill it, right? And then yeah, if I display, it will come as expected. But first of all, how can we make an array with a like this? So one solution, a straightforward solution, is you can run a for loop, okay. So inside the for loop, like maybe for 5 times, and you will say like array of that particular index yeah, is equals to x. So even that will work. But there is the other way, that is to use an array constructor, okay. So that's like capital A array, and then how many elements you want to be in the array, okay. So I say 5. So let's see what is the output of this first, okay, and then see what happens. So first you can see the array constructor created an array with 5 places or placeholders, and then given you an empty array, and then we have used that array to fill the value, okay. So this is how we can create an empty array, okay, with the fixed length, whatever you want, okay. Okay, all right, so now that's how I solved. Yeah, let's go to the next one. So given array of 10 elements, remove the elements from 6 to 9. So if this is my array, I want like 6 to 9 to be removed from that array, and then remaining should be there. So yeah, so we can do it using Splice. So let's have let me copy this and a dot splice. Okay, so now I want to hold until the 5, right? So 0 1 2, okay, 0 1 2 3 4. From 5 I should remove, so 5, and then I'm going to remove 4 elements, okay, because 6 7 8 9, okay, I'm going to 4 elements, okay. I think that's it. Yeah, console.log, yeah, then we should be able to see, yeah, 5 and 0 like that, okay. Okay, let's move on. Sort this array in ascending and descending order, okay. Now it makes sense, okay. So it's a okay, let array. So if you use a dot sort, okay, then the result will be something like this, 100, then 201 and 25, okay. Yeah, but how we gonna do it? I'm gonna tell you the solution now, but if you don't understand, it's okay, we can cover it later. So the sort function can also take an the sort function can take an argument as a function. So function, this sort function will give like two values there, and then it will expect a positive or negative value. So I'll say a minus b, okay. So this is like a standard formula. So now you can see that array is already sorted in ascending order, okay. If I give like b minus a, then it will be sorted in the descending order, okay. So that's how we can do it. So as of now we can just remember this concept, then yeah, we'll talk about this later, okay, fine. So now let's go to the next one. Given an array of 5 numeric, find the minimum, maximum and sum of the array, okay. So again, the whole thing can be done using a for loop, but now we're going to try something different, okay. Let's create an array first. I can sleep later. Okay, let's create an array of 1 2 3 4 5, doesn't matter. We have an math or is it object, I don't know, yeah, object, okay, that has a min function. So the purpose of this, actually, if you pass in a set of value, then it will return you the minimum of it. So if you save, then we get the number 1. Okay, but I want to find that minimum from this array, right? So if you think we can pass the array like this, then we will get an error or not a number, okay, because it is expecting numbers to be passed, not the objects. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use something called a spread operator, which is 3 dot and then giving the array name. So what this will do, right, it will spread out the values, okay, that is the meaning. So then if you save this, then we should get the value. Let's check if it is working or not. If you give -1, then we should get -1. Okay, yeah, similarly if you go to max, save, yeah, we get 5. That's how it works. Okay, right. How about the sum? Okay, for sum, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the reduce function because I know how that works. So if you don't know, you can watch my reduce video. So it's going to be like let sum is equals to a dot reduce. Okay, it takes in a function with 2 value, and then we can return the accumulator. So return, yeah, and then if we want to console log the sum, then we should get 15 14. Okay, because there is a -1, so 15, then -1 14. Okay, cool. So if you don't know totally anything about this, no problem. After you watch that map reduce filter video, you will definitely understand how this thing works. Okay, fine, let's go to the last problem, which is extract only odd numbers from the given array. Okay, so again, these things can be solved using a for loop, but let's try the filter method. So I'm going to use like yeah, so let a is equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6, yeah. So a dot filter takes in a function, so it will give each value to the function, so we can get that value maybe in a variable v, and then all I need to do is I need to return true or false, but that should be based on my condition if v modulo 2 equal to 1. So only for odd numbers this will be true, right? So this will give me the result, and if I want to console log that result, it should be 1 3 and 5. So if I say here maybe 0, then only the even numbers will be coming. So yeah, so again, don't get confused if you don't understand these few parts. Okay, you can understand easily after you watch my video. But I think, yeah, so that's how this video ends. So I want to cover this concept and then these exercise problems. Okay, so I hope this would have given you some understanding about how arrays and methods are in JavaScript. So that makes the end of the video, and thanks for watching. I hope this is really helping you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye.